particular of EYP Spain, because it started a lot of years ago, maybe not so many, but some years ago, and it grew and grew. And it's a relationship we have special because we have created a lot of bonds between us, between the members of EYP Spain, and we love being together, and we spend time together, we have fun. It's not just this academic part that we obviously like, but also being part of something of a bigger entity than just us.
I'm just an outsider who is felt welcome from the very first moment that walked into an EYP España event. And La Familia was not just the Spanish in the team, but also in every officials team that I've been. It was just a family of an event. And they keep having that up until this day, and they just welcome everyone to their events. And just because you feel welcome, it's not something pretentious, it's something you take it into heart, and the feeling and the warmth of the people involved, and that make you feel like you're also part of their familia.
La Familia was born in 2006 in a town near to Barcelona called Sant Cugat. However, the history of EYP Spain was not started in 2006, it was started in 1991. There was an international session there in Barcelona, then there was another one in Barcelona in 1997, another one in Granada in 1998. But then when the NC was properly and officially born, we organized Barcelona 2014 and now Valencia. So Valencia will be the fifth one. And that's basically the history. During those first years, very few people were joining the NC, this organization. And those, I think, that were one of the reasons why we called that name, like La Familia. That's a name that usually people refer us to. And it was just because we were like 40, 50 people. But suddenly, since the very first national selection conference was held in Girona, in Banyoles, we started to grow a lot. We tried to expand to other regions. The first regions were Seville, Barcelona, Girona. We were moving in those regions. And then we'll start to expand until nowadays, 13 years later, that we are almost 320 members in 11 regions, organizing 13 events, also with an Understanding Europe program, very strongly linked to our NC. In relation to the founder of EYP Spain, she was Carla Lope in 2006. It was when the first meeting were starting to be held. However, until 2007, in June, it was when we finally registered the organization in the Spanish government, and it was when we started to legally operate. However, the first nationals were already held by that time. Yes, Carla was the one starting this adventure.
The motto is roots and wings. So essentially what that means for us is dream big, have really high aspirations, don't feel like you can't do something, but also remember that to always be grounded, to always know who your people are, who your friends are, never forget like where you came from, and always keep those values that we've always had.
The motto is that even though we're getting bigger and doing more ambitious things and having all these dreams that are coming true, this must not mean ever that we forget how we were and what we are.
I feel very lucky of being part of La Familia, and I think it's just a group of random people getting together in different corners of Spain, and together with the sun, lots of laughs and love, we magically get together and end up being friends and being part of this group. We really feel proud of calling La Familia. You know how Spanish people are. I mean, apart that we are so loud, I like to think that we are very approachable and we are very near people. And I think that we have the ability, and I like to think that we have the ability of making people feel at home even when they come from the other end of Europe.
I feel part of La Familia because I've been as an international quite a few times here, and I see the spirit there, but it might, like, I can see the younger generation not really being part of the whole vibe that La Familia was like 2 or 3 years ago, and it keeps going. But they may just call it another name, or they may just transform it into a more familiar to what the EYP España wants to become in the next years, because I know that with this session a lot of people are like walking out. So maybe they take the spirit with them that they had as a more bonding factor, but I don't think it's gonna like get lost, because they still have those small bits of whatever it's like, you know, the glue that keeps everyone together. And that's why I feel that it's just there, but they might have to, you know, evolve it into something that is more familiar to the younger generation.
We had the opportunity to get in after passing through the national, and then you were sent to an international session, and then you were able to be part of the EYP Spanish network. But somebody had the great idea to open what we call vías de entrada. That is a new way of getting in, that for people that don't get through the national selection conference, once you get to there, even if you don't get selected, you can get in through these teams that we call after Pokemon names. And you can get either through the national session, even if you don't get selected, or people over age that just feel the passion and didn't have the opportunity to do it before. I personally have to say that was the first year it was established, and I entered through the Zafiro generation. And I mean, EYP changed my life. I had the opportunity to make so many things, and if I would have gotten rejected after the national, I wouldn't have followed EYP.
So how I became to be the first international organizer in Spain and international organizer here in Valencia is simply that I applied to be a regular organizer for the next IS in Hamburg, and there we were all asked whether we want to be an international organizer at some other IS to learn from the other IS and what's going on there. And I said Valencia, yes. And then so basically I just said yes to the offer.
So we, to better manage our time during the session, of course, we not only organize, but we have a life. We work, we study, and we decided that we needed some tools to actually make it happen and manage our time better. And so the way we did this was we created, well, one of the ways we created a document. It was an Excel spreadsheet that was called Habemos Vida, which means we have a life. Where we all wrote down the exams that we had if we were traveling somewhere. There were 3 of us in the head organizing team, let's say. This other person was Carlota Comella. She's a super good friend of us. And unfortunately, organizing an IS takes up a lot of time. And sometimes you need to stop doing other things in order to be able to cope with the amount of work and responsibility that you have at the moment. Carlota was at a point where it was hard for her, because she had all this personal things going on, and she felt that it was time for her to perhaps just take some time off and enjoy the session from a different perspective. And she did come to the session. She came to the opening ceremony. Of course, we were super happy to have her. I think one of the important things in our team is that even if people have left, which of course is normal in a session that lasts for 2.5 years, I think what's important is that they take what they wanted to take from the experience. Even if they don't take the session itself, they take the learning experiences that we went through.
EYP Spain has changed a lot during the last years. Of course, it's not only EYP Spain that changed, but our perspective as well, of course, of our understanding about the organization and the dynamics behind it. But I think it changed in a way that I always like to say that La Familia is still there, and it's a trademark now with all the merchandising and stuff like La Familia. But I think the concept behind La Familia has changed a lot. So yeah. But I guess this little feeling of close people and close relationships still remain.
Our feelings for the end of the session, it's a heavy question because I think there are so many feelings. We've been working towards this for 2 years, more than 2 years for some of us, and it's coming to an end, and it's hard to see what we're gonna do.
Okay, I don't want to get too emotional, but I think for most of us it's not only like closing a session, but also closing sort of an era or like a time of our lives in a sense, because many of the organizers are probably leaving the organization.
I just hope that we continue having these friendships and we continue doing what we're doing, and that we don't lose the special bond that us organizers have, because organizing is a roller coaster, and we've been through so much through thick and thin together, and at the end of the day we're friends, and we still are going to be friends after Valencia. But when you speak to one person for every day for 2 years, it's hard to see what are you going to do after.
Thousands of volunteers that have been working for EYP Spain throughout the years have done until we have reached today, this point. But for me now, we are a very, very, very big family with different branches, and that's the reason why I rather prefer to call EYP Spain a family of families.